All right, hey everyone out there in YouTube land, I'm Tom T. I'm the guitar player for Quantum Fantay, among other things. Oh, how and when did I join Quantum Fantay? That would have been 2013, 2014, I think. Right after the release of the amazing Terra Gaia. I wasn't like stepping into a band with strangers. I knew the drummer, I knew Pete, the keyboard player. I knew the guys were just about to embark on a tour through Eastern Europe, and we played Poland, we played Budapest, Croatia. So yeah, it was the beginning of a lot of adventures. The most fun or interesting aspects of playing in Quantum Fantay for me, well, aside from the music itself, I think definitely kind of the camaraderie which we have. It's always a blast, it's always an adventure. In terms of the musical side of playing in Quantum Fantay, what really kind of stimulates me there is it really kind of opens things up for me. In terms of the kinds of sounds and effects and even playing techniques. Quantum is not a kind of like a singular band in terms of style and genre. So there's the reggae side, there's like rock and hard rock and bluesy kind of stuff going on. The musical influences, first of all, I'd say I'm really kind of coming from a sort of a prog metal or metal in general kind of vibe or kind of direction. It's definitely like Rush, Iron Maiden, Dream Theater, Symphony X, Ayreon, that kind of thing. Guys like Steve Vai, John Petrucci. I love traveling, which is something that I've kind of discovered in later years of my life. Being in the water, like on the water, in the water, under the water, talking about the sea and the ocean, obviously. Not my bathtub, well, also. But yeah, like snorkeling, enjoying like undersea life, diving, that kind of thing. And traveling in general, just being in the car, heading off, on some kind of international tangent or whatnot. Touring, also being a part of that. I'd say that, yeah, that really kind of inspires me, and yeah, it's definitely the kind of stuff that I can take with me from that non-musical context into making music. Okay, wow, funny anecdotes or funny things happening on tour. Oh God, where to start? Goodness. One thing comes to mind. I think it was 2016, I think it was. We were playing in Poland. So I was on stage playing, as you do. So at a certain point, this really otherwise kind of good quality strap that I had and that I'd been using for years and years, all of a sudden the damn thing broke. So it just snapped off, and luckily I was holding my guitar, as I was playing, and wasn't doing like this to the crowd or anything, or it would have just fallen to the floor. So I was just standing there with my guitar, and of course you can hold it, and you can like squeeze it under one elbow. And so all through the set I was just playing and still like jumping around and doing the set, doing the thing. All the while just squeezing that guitar underneath my elbow and holding it in my right hand. And I distinctly remember just coming off stage and experiencing this massive cramp like in my right side from squeezing the guitar for 45 minutes. Favorite tour food? I can be really short about that, like really concise. English breakfast. Yeah, absolutely. We've actually been enjoying lots and lots of fine things in terms of food and drink on tour through the years. A bucket list of venues to play. Well, I'd say barring like Wembley Stadium. Is that even a thing anymore? Did they tear that down? I'm not sure. Just touring in general and especially abroad, because as you might know, we're a band from Belgium. So there's really not a lot of opportunity for us to gig. You can play like 3, 4, 5 places, maybe between 5 and 10 in a couple of the big cities, and boom, you're done for like 1 or 2 years, I think. So yeah, in terms of shows, venues, gigs, I'd say what I mostly love to do is just gig abroad, you know, whether it be Germany or Eastern Europe, the States, the UK, France, you know, what have you. Especially festivals, you know, most especially festivals. Hobbies, interests, passions next to doing music. I do a lot of reading, definitely that. So I always have like loads and loads of books just lying about the place. Any kind of what you would call genre fiction, meaning like science fiction, love science fiction, fantasy, horror, that kind of thing. Stuff like H.P. Lovecraft, Edgar Allan Poe. There's the usual kind of things like Tolkien, kind of working through Lord of the Rings. Again, at this point, I think for like the 4th time in my life, I think. I kind of reread it like every decade or so. Reading a lot of sci-fi, classic sci-fi, like Arthur C. Clarke, but also mainly a lot of modern-day science fiction. Love the British authors, the Americans too. I'm also like a really fervent old-school PC gamer. Love like the games, like the PC games from the 90s, the 80s, and the 90s. Play a lot of like indie, like independent titles, a lot of adventure games, RPGs, stuff like that. And aside from that, yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the interview, I love being like in or below or on the water. Like put me on a boat, put me on a ship, throw me in the water, in the sea. Totally love that, like snorkeling, diving, swimming, just exploring that huge and sort of alien looking world that's, you know, that's right here on our home planet, but which kind of looks and feels like it's from you know, a different planet. So yeah, going off, you know, heading off, exploring underneath the waves, that's definitely a source of endless fascination and inspiration for me.